Hey, what's going on? It's Dr. Mike T. Nelson here. And in this short video, I wanted to cover what I feel is the number one issue for coaching nutrition and recovery. And it's something that you can do to easily change it really fast. And you might be wondering what it is, and I'm subjecting you to my horrible chicken scratch handwriting here. So the example that I will give is if we compare two different interventions. So let's say intervention number one is client, I want you to eat more protein. Right? And the assumption here is that body comp and performance are the main goals. And I'm going to compare that to sleep. Now you're probably thinking, well, yeah, just do both of them. And I do agree that there's a time and place for clients to do both of them. But if we were just given these two, how would you decide which one would you do first? Right? Because we want to stack the deck in the client's favor and do the things that are going to get them closer to their body comp and their performance. So on one hand, you might say, well, maybe sleep, because we know there's lots of things that can help with sleep. Clients will feel that their recovery is better, their acute performance will go up with sleep, motor learning, there might be some hormone effects. We know that if you fracture or you break up their sleep, their body's ability to use fat can decrease by up to 50%. And all of those things are true and good reasons to include sleep. Although when I did the Flex Diet Cert, I rated interventions that you can do from 1 to 8. And you might be surprised that number 1 was protein, and sleep, unfortunately, was number 8. Now again, that doesn't mean that sleep is not important. It actually is very important. But the reason for this, and probably the biggest mistake that I made starting off coaching clients, was that my interventions were only based on physiology. And yes, we have to use physiology because we want to have them do the things that they need to do to get the result. We don't want to major into the minors. However, I forgot what the client's ability to change and client's ability to change. Horrible handwriting, but you get the idea. And with sleep, if you've ever had a discussion about sleep with your clients, currently right now I'd rather probably pound my head into a wall, to be honest. And again, it's not because it's not for physiologic reasons, it's because it is a hard conversation to have. And yes, you can increase sleep quality, but at some point, if Karen's only sleeping 4 hours per night, she probably needs to sleep 6 or maybe 7 hours a night. So she's going to have to find another 2 to 3 hours somewhere in her day, and at the end of the day, that kind of becomes a value judgment on them. Oh, wait, these 2 hours I'm hanging out at night watching Netflix to relax, you want me to not do that and to go to bed sooner to increase my sleep. Because I'm not going to change my job, I'm not going to magically get to work earlier, not going to put my kids up for adoption, Fido still needs his walk, etc. So at the end of the day, you're asking clients to take away kind of valuable relaxation time at night and prioritize it towards sleep. What I find is that's usually a very difficult conversation. However, if we're talking about protein, most clients are surprised that if they eat more protein, that's a good thing, right? So usually when you mention the horrible word diet, they assume that I'm just going to have to eat less. Yes, calories do matter, but most people do better when they eat more protein. Right? If you look at the research, maybe up to zero point 0.7 grams per pound of body weight, maybe up to, 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if we have a 200-pound individual, at the high end, that's going to be 200 grams. At the lower end, it's going to be about 140 grams, right? So keep in mind that the RDA here is only going to be about 60, right? Which is normally what most lifters watching this probably eat for breakfast. So I would argue that increasing protein is much better because of physiology and also because it's easier for the client to actually do. When we compare that to protein versus sleep, we can rate these on a scale. So for physiology, maybe protein gets a 10, maybe sleep even gets a 9 or a 10. If we rate them for a client's ability to change and actually do the thing, I would give protein a 10. Takes a little bit of education, and they can normally do pretty good. Sleep, at best I give it a 2. So that's why I had sleep was ranked dead last. So something I call coaching leverage equals the physiology times the psychology. All right, client's ability to change. So protein was a 10 out of 10, so that gets the top score out of 100. Sleep, we'll say 9 and maybe a 2 for psychology. That puts it at 18, so that puts it, unfortunately, near the bottom. The nice part about this is once you understand that, you can then have better conversations with clients about things that are going to move the needle, get them closer to their goals, body comp and performance, and they are going to do better. Why? Because you're rigging it in their favor, right? You're giving them the thing that's going to move the needle and is easier for them to do. So your clients are better, they're getting good results. As a trainer, you feel better because you're not pounding your head relentlessly against the wall and talking to them about things that are much harder to do. So again, talking about sleep definitely has its place for sure. Definitely a lot of physiologic reasons to do that. Just in my opinion, not the best thing to do first. So if you want to learn more about this, you can go to www.flexdiet.com. There might be another link around here you can find for an exclusive webinar also, and you can get all of the details. Best thing to do is to sign up to get onto the wait list for the next time that it opens. Once you're on the wait list, you can literally email me there and ask me any questions, and I will respond back to you. So go to flexdiet.com. Again, if you're watching this, I don't know, I'll draw random arrows. There's going to be another link around here somewhere for a webinar. Once you sign up to that, that'll put you on the wait list, and you'll be able to see an exclusive webinar that has a lot more details on this. So in the Flex Diet Cert, we cover all the physiology, the big context of using metabolic flexibility and flexible dieting to have a complete system to get your clients much better body comp and performance at the same time, all while not driving you insane at the same time also. So your clients are happy, and you're much happier with a life as a coach. So go to flexdiet.com. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Mike T. Nelson. See you there.